Let me put this question to Robert J. Cantor, who's a commentator and a recovery advocate who's been addressing the fentanyl epidemic by really utilizing the media and other forums for public policy. Robert, thank you so much for joining us. Let me actually begin by first getting your take on the white powder that was found in the White House. What's your reaction to this particular report?
I think it's embarrassing, to be quite frank with you. I would liken it to going through security at an airport, where you're already in the airport and then you put your bags through the scanner and they discover, let's say, drugs. And so the question has to be, so they found it at an entry point, the West Wing entry point of the White House, where, let's say, visitors will store their belongings before they go in. And so I think the embarrassing part is, why are they allowed to get so close to the White House with those drugs? I think it's embarrassing, but I don't think it's anything more than someone bringing recreational drugs with them.
So let me now turn to that broader question of where the U.S. is on the war on drugs. I mean, look, it used to be cocaine, it used to be heroin, it used to be poppy derivatives. There's a lot of discussion over marijuana. Now, of course, the focus seems to be fentanyl, which is where you have done a lot of your work. How do you see the war of drugs progressing? Is the U.S. anywhere closer to winning it?
No, I don't think we are closer to winning it. I have an opinion. I live and breathe the fentanyl epidemic every day. I'm in recovery from substance use disorder. My daughter is. In fact, today she's celebrating 5 years of sobriety, and she's doing fantastic. But she had an issue with her drugs, 5.5 years ago. The simple question we have to ask is, why does it keep getting worse? Like, there seems to be missing pieces that the public don't know. I don't think China is doing anything more. And again, I don't have top secret clearance, but this is what makes sense to me. China is doing nothing more than providing the precursor chemicals to the Sinaloa and Jalisco cartels. We know that. The PRC, the Chinese government, knows exactly which chemical companies are doing that. They know, and they're giving them their blessing. That's the culpability. Outside of money laundering money back into China, that's their culpability, I believe. I believe the source are the Mexican drug cartels, but not in the sense that they're just smuggling drugs in. My sources tell me that they have, military-grade equipment. There are other podcasts, Ed Calderon, Lex Fridman. If you look at the podcast on YouTube, you'll see that they freely say that the cartels, which are likened to billion-dollar transnational corporations, have this tremendous wealth and power, and which extends around the world. So the question so my point is, in this political and military climate, I actually don't think it's a solvable problem right now.
So the question of the war on drugs is not something that's been hidden in the shadows anymore. I mean, every single person by now has probably been watching Narcos and aware of the Sinaloa cartel, aware of what's been happening in Medellin. They're aware of the war on drugs. Makes it even more perplexing, because decades later, this is nothing new. It's been something which has been going on for 30 years or 40 years. No solution is being found. Or is no solution being found because there's just too much money involved?
Right. If you look back, there have been instances where the Bureau of Alcohol, and this is fact, there have been programs on the BBC about this. The United States Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms actually allowed the sales of weapons to one of the cartels so that they could wipe out the other cartels. This is a fact. So don't think that there's no corruption that's going on within our government.
All right, Robert, thank you so much for joining us with that perspective.